Thank you, President Mahama, for the event. These are some of the photographs. Alban Sumanu Kingsford Bagbin, the Chief of Defense Staff, First Lady Lordina Mahama, President John Dramani Mahama, and the military. Hey, whose hands are these? But it looks good. The national flag. Alban Bagbin sharing a moment with Lordina Mahama. I should cancel, yeah? Okay, cancel. Cancel? Yeah, all right. I don't know the other people, but this is the Chief of Defense Staff. This is First Lady and President, or if you like, President and First Lady attending the event. This is in the middle of the photograph is Dr. Kwabena Dufour. On his right, I believe, it looks like Mrs. Nokodia. I don't know whether she's the one. And some of the dignitaries who attended the event. Vice President, Professor J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman. And then you have here, oh, my Lord Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Bafo-Boni. The acting Chief Justice, Justice Bafo-Boni, was in full attendance. Is that not interesting to see? And I was delighted to see also Bafo-Boni yesterday at the Martyrs' Day ceremony because it was obvious that the Attorney General was absent. The learned Attorney General, the Deputy Attorney General were both absent from the Martyrs' Day ceremony yesterday. I'm not sure why. We'll come to talk about Martyrs' Day soon. And then again, the Justice Bafo-Boni and Idrisu Haruna, who is leading. Hey, please don't forget the Musa Dankwa polls. We're going to deal with it. Musa Dankwa has published polls in NDC and MPP, and he has Idrisu Haruna here leading the NDC charge that if the NDC contest for who becomes leader of the party, as we all know, President Mahama is ineligible to contest. If for who becomes leader of the party, Musa Dankwa has published posts now that Idrisu Haruna is leading the charge before Asiedu Nkatia, before K. Forson, before Julius Debra, who is one of the big favorites. Julius Debra, one of the big favorites, is at the fourth position of polls that Musa Dankwa published, that if those elections were conducted today, that's what will happen. Justice Bafo-Boni, the acting Chief Justice, Vice President Jenana Opoku-Agyeman, Minister for Education and MP for Tamale South, Idrisu Haruna. Alban Sumanu Kingsford Bagbin appears to be reading something. He's the Speaker of Parliament. The embattled Garmanche, Honorable Kelvin, was also there, and I'm hoping that the Garmanche situation is really solved. I've seen the videos, I've had calls, I've had both sides wanting to appear on the show. I've told them that I don't want to use this program to sort of facilitate the agenda of anyone against the Gar people. It's important that they come together and make peace. The Court of Appeal has made the decision. It can't be challenging the Supreme Court. If that's the way, let's challenge it. It really hurts me when the Gars are fighting like that because they're great people. They're great people. So, but he was there. He was there. I don't know whether Adom-Otchere was also there. Who else can I see here? The clergy, the high-profile clergy were all there. Oh, my favorite. This is one of my favorite pastors, Ambassador Dag Heward-Mills. Now, I call him ambassador because this man has traveled more countries than many foreign ministers in Ghana. In fact, if you put all the foreign ministers of the Fourth Republic together, Ambassador Dag Heward-Mills may have traveled further than all of them. And he travels always for a noble cause. He travels to touch people in the name of Jesus and heal them. He travels to take people out of the wheelchair, let them stand. He travels to conduct evangelism. Dag Heward-Mills is a man full of energy and power. And I really, really, really love Bishop Dag. He was there. I was very happy to see him in the show. Bishop Dag, good evening. Good evening. How are you doing? I'll come and visit you at the, in the Lighthouse denomination, I belong to First Love. First Love, that's Bishop Joshua's church. That's where I belong. Ambassador Bishop Dag Heward-Mills was there. This is Bishop Taki Aboy, another very favorite pastor of mine. I used to share the same gym with him many, many years ago. People don't know that, but back in the day, we shared the same gym in Sakumono in 2004, 2005. Incidentally, Asiedu Nkatia was coming to that gym as well. Those days, Sakumono was Sakumono when we were all there, Joe Garte was coming to that gym as well. It was very nice times. 2004, 5, 6, 7, it was a beautiful time. Pastor Taki Yaboy. Hey, did I say Taki Yaboy? Isaac Kwe. Reverend Isaac Kwe. There he is again, Reverend Isaac Kwe. I'm hoping I'll see Reverend Taki Yaboy somewhere. Is that Mrs. Bafo-Boni? I'm guessing so. Is that Lydia Donko, the CID? I'm guessing so. The CID boss, I'm guessing so. Because this looks like the security people's area. A very, very beautiful event today. And hey, my people. These are my people. Alexander Afenyo Markin, my people. Nana B, yeah, they were all there. They were all there in full swing, and they were all there in full color. And that was very beautiful, a united event. Hey, these are also my people. This is he a colonel or a brigadier general? I'm not sure what. His name is Anando, a strong, very strong officer. Back to the days, John Dramani Mahama, President of Ghana, Chief of Defense Staff, Lordina Mahama, Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Bagbin, Chief of Staff. This is where the power is. You see, this is where the power is. Chief of Staff in the middle, Julius Debra, Fifi Kwete, the General Secretary of the ruling party, Prosper Bani, National Security Advisor, and one of my favorite people, the Honorable Do Ajao, who is the Chairman of the Council of State. Now, I call him Do Ajao, and he understands why I call him Do Ajao, because I have to tell you this story. Just give me 1 second, I'll finish. When Tony Blair visited Ghana, when Kufuor was president, he was the majority chief whip. And I was covering the event for the, I don't know whether it was for ITV or so. I was covering the event for one of the important international people. And so I was very close to the action. And so Kufuor was introducing the leadership of parliaments to Prime Minister Blair. And when he got to his turn, Kufuor said to Prime, and when Kufuor mentioned the person's name, Tony Blair will usually repeat it. So he says, Osaiche Mensa Bonsu, then he will say Osaiche Mensa Bonsu, shake his hand. So when he got to his turn, Kufuor said, this is the minority chief whip. His name is Do Ajao. And Tony Blair said, Do Ajao, and he shook his hand. So since that day, that's how I refer to the Right Honorable Do Ajao, who later became Speaker of Parliament. He's now the Council of State's chairman. I think I can see Felix Kwachio Fosu over here. His head bowed. Yes. You know when you know somebody, you can still see him in the dark. I think this is Felix Kwachio Fosu. He was also there at the event. Now, the Papa. This is the big one. The commanding Papa. So, this is Reverend Mama Makwe. This is Pastor Steve. Is it Steve or Stanley? Yeah, I should be careful. Steve Mensah. They are twins, you know, so it can get very complicated. I think this is Pastor Steve Mensah. This is the commanding Papa of all time. This is the Ajinasari. I believe Reverend Isaac is behind him. We have a video of the Papa. We're going to show it to you, so it's coming. You can never miss a Papa's prayer. The traditional authority was also there. I understand this was happening across. Reverend Titi Ofer over here and Fitzgerald Odonko of the Harvest Chapel was also there. This is Father Wengam. There's a reason why I call him Father Wengam. You know, he's Pastor Wengam. He's the boss of the Assemblies of God Church. Congratulations to him, recently appointed as the chairman of the National Immigration Service, of the governing board of the National Immigration Service. Those days we used to be at CTFM. Now he stopped, but he ran the CTFM pastor show for a very long time, very, very successfully. There was one of the Amateur Fews, the original owners of CTFM. One of them is an Amateur Few, and I think they were Catholics. And so he always call and say that, Father Wengam's thing was good today. You know, he spoke in Ghana. He would say, Father Wengam, so I call him Father Wengam. Anytime I see him, and I say Father Wengam, he will shake my hand and we have a good laugh. Reverend Wengam was there to speak. Julius Debra again, Do Ajao, and Alban Bagbin Fifi Kwete. This is the clergy. Oh, this is the cardinal. His Grace, His Eminence. Oh, that's beautiful. He came all the way from Rome, where he's based, to join the service. Look at the Papa, look at the Papa. You know, you have to love the Papa. Look at the Papa, look at the Papa. You just have to love him. The Papa, you can easily mistake him for the director of the CIA. You know, when you see the Papa, it's very easy to think that he's the director of the CIA, but he's the Papa. His Eminence, the Archbishop Duncan-Williams, was there to grace the occasion. And then, this is where the action was. People celebrated, were dancing. It looked like a very good day. It looked like, is that Nite Kotego I see over? No, it's not him. It looked like a very, very good day. Lordina Mahama again back to the stage. Alexander Afenyo Markin, Patricia P.J., the minority from Parliament. This is Mrs. Emisa Arthur, Christian Council Prayers with... This is Mrs. Emisa Arthur, who we have to recognize. The wife of the former Vice President, Matilda Emisa Arthur, I believe that's her name. She was there and she graced the occasion as well. The military and the Air Force bosses. Okay, enough of the photographs. Oh, I like this. Is that the Women's Fellowship people? Let's get to the videos and see what you have. Do you have the video of the Archbishop praying Let's see that, and then we can get over to the other stories.
And I started meditating, and suddenly I said, why has the gold become dim or dark? What happened to us? This state of retrogression under the leadership of our President John Dramani Mahama must be reversed. I look forward in my lifetime to see a new Ghana. A Ghana where our sons and daughters will not line up in any embassy for visa to travel out of the shores of this country for greener pastures. But that our sons and our daughters will be born, raised, schooled, educated, and live and work and flourish and thrive within the borders of Ghana, and will only travel outside for vacation and holidays, but not to go and see greener pastures. All that we will see that day come. And Mr. President, I know that you don't have too many years ahead of you like Singapore had. But Jesus fulfilled his mission in 3 years. And the Bible said all things are possible to him that believes. And that with God nothing shall be impossible. And as a believer, it is also said that you can do all things, Mr. President, through Christ who strengthens you. So, Mr. President, within 3 years, make a difference. Impact this well. Change the narrative of Ghana. Let the city thrive under your leadership. Let the city flourish under your leadership. Let things get better and better and better under your leadership like never before.